Oh, hey, you're here in my dorm room? You want to trade some Forex? Okay, buddy, you're the boss. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. So, welcome to the dorms at Harvard. Aren't they beautiful? Wow, big stuff. Hey, so I got classes later today. I'll let you know what yesterday was like. 6.5 hours of class, 100 pages of reading. I had to think about it because it's multiple classes doing multiple things. And then I have to meet with a group today to discuss the reading, to get ready to prepare, to present it to the professor. Their case studies, if you're familiar with how Harvard teaches. And so just full throttle, just like that. And I found out I have to do a paper that's 20 to 30 pages long. Yeah! So like we've always said, life's difficult, trading's easy, right? So anyways, namaste. Oops. There we go. Yeah, my mouse isn't working, all kinds of problems. But anyways, hey, thank you for being here. Thank you for your patience and all that while I'm away. Thank you to Traders Way for all the support that they give our community. They're good people. They want you to thrive, not just be alive, but thrive. So make sure you pay it back for making these webinars available to you. So make sure you pay it back. Let them know that you're thankful. Anything else? Please like, please comment, and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to bang through these setups pretty quickly. I do have an amazing amount of things to do. I was up, I think, probably about 1:30 last night. Booyah. So anyways, so we'll go through, I'll go through the majors, dollar pairs, yen pairs, gold and oil, and answer any questions that you might have. And then we got to move on.com. Okay, but I just want you to know that I'm here for you. So even though I'm under this stressful period, the stressful load, away from my wife and kids and away from all my routines, you're still my sweet baby. You're on my mind, and I'm here for you. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, I guess we'll start with they're all yen pairs. Okay, I'm cool with that. Okay, we'll start with the yen pairs. I really need my mouse. Why won't it work? Stupid thing. Okay, so notice that what we talked about back in May, I said I think of June as being an up month, then it comes down and then moves sideways. Can anybody confirm that? That I think of June specifically as sort of it rallies up, it comes down towards the Fed meeting, and then we kind of move sideways. Now, what does it mean, like up? What does up mean? But, well, you notice we had a whole month of down, and the down, right? The down stopped. The down ended. So we started June up, and that's all I meant was start June, it's going up, not down. And then it comes down towards the Fed meeting and then moves sideways. So I always have this in mind, but it doesn't matter really. It comes down to you're a long-term bull or a long-term bear. Don't forget that over the summer. It's very easy to slide into all tactics and no strategy, but trust me, you will regret that. So if you're a bull, you're going to look at this as a double bottom. The way to follow up a double bottom, is a higher high, higher low scenario. My pen. Oh, I have to double click. Gee whiz. All right. So let's do it this way. La 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 la. All right. So now if you're a bull, you're going to look for a scenario like this, right? And in fact, I'll draw this, because we're in June, I'll draw this a little more conservatively. Although it's, what is it today, Tuesday? I'm already thinking next week, and I'm thinking sort of a move like this where we kind of stay maybe into here. But notice these pivots are going to get tight. Okay, they're going to get tight. I'm not assuming a breakout. Now, of course, anything can happen. Anything could happen. This could just rally all summer. I'm not expecting that. I wouldn't expect anything in the summer. So, like with that in mind, are we going to go way up into here? Is that where we're going next month? Can anyone think of an alternative if we're not going way up to M4R2? Can anyone think of an alternative for next month? Anybody? Come on, guys. I don't have a ton of time. Let's go. Move it. All right. Well, maybe you're thinking about it. That's the range out. Okay. There. R1, S1 range, which just happens to be high and low, right? Okay. So somebody says their EA says sell on Euro Yen. Well, let's just talk about that. So you're playing off of maybe a weekly R1. That's not a good trade. A good trade would have been lower on Sunday morning or Monday morning, but there's no entry. So you could have sold higher, I suppose, up into there. But by selling at R1, you're assuming an inside week. So, okay, I guess you're doing this and you're thinking that. But that's not cool inside this range. Okay? And then lastly, any serious bull is going to buy this area. So you might only be given this to this, which is not really even worth our time. Okay, Robert? There's very little potential for that trade. All right. So let's burn through. Beast, we know, pound is quite weak. This is actually a better setup, but maybe because we're zoomed in a little more. Okay. You want to be a bull or a bear? Well, it still looks very bearish. So now let's go to Robert's point. He wanted to sell Euro Yen. Well, this is a much better setup. Okay. If you sold this is an M3, and the target is actually lower. This is actually predicting a lower low where the Euro Yen was not. Oh, Robert, well, look, I can't do a webinar about Euro Yen and follow your conversation about Euro Aussie, that's all. So, okay. So there you go. That's a better trade. You see that technically? So what comes next? Up, 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 down, down, up, 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 down, down. You should put this over here. Okay. Kitty cat stuck in a range. There was a sort of a weak sell. There was kind of a weak buy. This looks pretty neutral to me. It didn't quite hit the M3, didn't quite hit the M2. So I'd be neutral on that. Nothing more for me to say really. And Aussie, nice. Okay. This is set up for day trading. Okay. And the day trade for me was a sell. So you might have to think about tomorrow's day trade as maybe being a buy or maybe another sell. Let me go farther out. Yeah, it's tricky. It looks like bottom. I kind of remember this one now. I think what it's going to do is try to get up to this level and then maybe resume. So probably target this 200 EMA. It could just move sideways till the 200 EMA catches up. It's nice. We're in a weekly sell position. So I can't buy it. If you're, let's do it this way. If you're a bull, your entry is way down here if you're a bull. And even then it's not perfect because you can see the support is actually sort of this area. Oops. And I'm trying to incorporate that monthly pivot, right? Which sucks not having a mouse. Okay, that's the bullish area. The bears are in here. So there's your range. Okay, so if you're a bear on the US dollar, you should probably find something better to trade. Okay? Right? But this might be a decent sell. So bears might sell this, bulls might, wait and trade another day. So for example, to compare and contrast, this looks way better. Okay? So now, notice the month. The swing trading group was looking at this as a buy. Then you remember non-farm payrolls. I said this would be a potential for a counter trend, and if it did, it would counter trend to the central pivot. Okay? And then, of course, cutting interest rates in the U.S. dollar would weaken the dollar, and since euro is 40% of all forex, it benefits. Okay. So now, what do you want to do? Well, that's an odd question, right? Because where did it open, Sunday or Friday or something like this? Up in here, Friday, this is sort of a front run for swing trading. So now there's not much to do up here. Notice we're above the target. So when you're way up there, there's no selling. Okay? There's no selling up here. What I would rather you do is let this drift down and then buy it. Aussie Rivet. This was a great sell. This makes a lot of sense if you're a bear. Okay, so when we look at this is clearly bearish. And it was a nice ride. Monthly and weekly basis, it was a nice ride. And now it's over. And it's weird because it's off of an S1, an MS1. So that tells us maybe MR1. And that means that's a big change, huh? Is this live? Yeah. Okay, see what I mean? This predicts a full bore reversal of Aussie weakness to suddenly dollar weakness, US dollar weakness. So, if that makes you a bull, do you buy here at R1, weekly R1? No. So, it's a little late, I suppose, is what I'm saying. So now you get up here, and maybe there's some hesitation. You might have to wait till next week. But even then, look, you're buying it at a range area. So, interesting. It's just that it's so late. There was a buy here. There was a buy here. It's just so late now that there may not be a buy anytime soon. And by the time you get the buy, it's probably a dangerous buy because it's late. So how much money do you lose when you just walk away and say, oh, well, shoulda, coulda, woulda? You don't lose money. Remember, in the summer, you want to be that way. You understand? Your number one goal is not to lose a lot of money. So if you look at that and say, wow, man, look, it reversed. Well, you should have bought it here or here or here. And this is too late. This is way too late. And then up here would be foolish. So say, oh, too bad, so sad. MoveOn.com. I hope you hear me when I tell you such advice. Okay? Lots of money moving to Switzerland. Look at that. The Swiss do not like that. Anyways, we've blown through the entire monthly, like just a hot knife through butter. We've just sliced through the entire month of June. So, if you're a trend trader, you're thinking up, 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 right? Sell. Greg says, Moo trade. Well, again, Moo trades are not really designed for monthly trades. They're day trades, but generally the same idea. You would have to be ridiculously aggressive to buy this, but even then, you can't buy it until there's a reversal pattern, and the reversal pattern is not valid unless it's at support. So the only thing you could do here is this. Okay. Now we're talking 2 weeks from now anyways. Okay. And because we're range trading, I would assume we get back to this area like I said earlier, and then it falls down to here, and then we don't make a lower low, and we kind of move sideways for 6 weeks. Okay? But let me kind of define what I'm saying here. This is clearly down. You can't buy it. But if you were going to buy it, you can't buy it unless it reverses at support. So you have to find support. Right now I'm saying next month's pivot is reasonable. Next month's MM2. But now it's still not a valid setup unless you get a reversal pattern. Right? So that ain't today. Shoot. That might not even be next week. Well, or you think there's a downtrend and that's what you're doing. I don't have time. I'm sorry. Take one of the training courses. Go to fxbootcamp.com. I just don't have the time. I'm sorry. I guess I got to do some gold and oil, and then I think we'll call it a day. Okay. Hey, no worries, man. Oh, right on. Thanks, T-Bone. Okay. Bears would have been sellers of oil here. Bulls would have been buyers of oil there. Look, both would have made money. Uh-huh. Now, you probably know I am a perma bull, so I would be looking for something like this. Okay. So I would drop into a smaller time frame. Okay. I would look at next week's pivots. I might even drop into a day trade and day trade this north. Because look, there's no real entry here today on oil. Now it's still pretty early in the day, but my buy zone is down here at 55.55 or whatever that is, 55.65, whatever, way down here, 55 and a half-ish. So, okay, so it means I'll probably have to wait all day and buy it tomorrow. That's how I roll, yo. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm just saying, it's a great question. I don't have the time, but I've made resources available to those that can afford them. That's all. All right. And go. Go. Oops. I think what I wanted was more like that. So look at this. Tell me what happens to gold when the US dollar weakens. More importantly, like fundamentally weakens, not just weakens because of a price on a chart, but there's a fundamental reasoning for the weakness. What happens to gold? Well, you should think gold is the anti-dollar. So if the US dollar gets fundamentally weak, then very often gold gets fundamentally strong. So I don't know how quick you jumped on that after the Fed meeting, but there you go. Okay. Do I buy up here? No, I can't buy up there. So most likely it's long and gone. Okay. And maybe next week I can buy a dip. Okay. Okay. Well, TBM says safe haven. Yeah, sure, but just think of it. Gold, like the one I just showed you, XAU, is priced in dollars. So just, you need more dollars since your dollar is weakening. You need more dollars to buy gold. But another way of looking at it is that USD Swiss franc, you can almost look at that as gold. If you're looking at gold as a safe haven, which I'm not saying is not accurate, I'm just saying there's different reasons for these things to move. But let's do this one. That's also a safe haven. Money moving to Swiss bank accounts. Okay. That's USD Swiss franc. You can think of that as gold if you wanted to, because it's the same thing. Now, none of it is gold, and it's not even related to gold. But the thing that made gold go up is the same thing that made the Swiss franc go up. And of course, in this case, it's USD Swiss franc down. So the rally in gold had the same catalyst as the rally in Swiss franc. If you're going to think of it as that way, TBM. Cool, right? Yeah, that's interesting, guys. All right, guys, got to go change the world. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. Thank you for being on my team. Thank you for being a client to Trader's Way. Thank you for the thumbs up and the likes and all those things that you do on YouTube to make these videos popular. And I'll see you again soon, huh? Yeah, I suppose, Jason. Cool. Well, have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Take care of y'all.